You're listening to United Anime Kingdom.
Hello everybody, my name is Ness Mudkip, and this is the pilot episode of the United Anime Kingdom podcast. Joining me today, I have both BDT87 and the AG Corner. How you guys doing today?
I'm good, Mudkip, how's it going?
Not bad. And Jamie, how are you doing?
It's pretty good. Hopefully this will be fun to listen and record.
Excellent.
I was just like, thought this podcast is us lot, we're pals. Even though it is the United Anime Kingdom, obviously we're all based in the UK, but obviously we don't want to restrict that. I mean, we want to try and bring in people from around the world if we can. And obviously listeners, we want to broaden our audience as well, not just limit us.
We want to broaden our audience.
Yes, that's great phrases. But yeah, so I thought today we will talk about like our favourite anime, not necessarily our top, because it's very hard to rank them, I think. Yeah. And also probably how we got into anime and that sort of generalisation. I mean, it's only been something little at the moment. Also, we can build on that.
That's a good first podcast topic, I think.
Yeah. So, does anyone want to start, or
I can. If you want.
Go on in. Amaze me if you. Should we start with our favourite first, and then we can?
Yeah. Okay. Right. So, favourite series overall. If you guys have seen any of my videos at all, you probably know that it's Dragon Ball. Isn't the first one I watched technically though. I mean, it all starts years back in an ancient time. About 10 or 11 years ago, not that long ago, in the grand scheme of things. But essentially the first couple of animes I watched were Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! But obviously for kids, so you didn't really get a proper feeling of anime from it. But, later on in my life, I don't know, something about Dragon Ball intrigued me. I never actually watched it on TV, which was odd. But then I one day decided to check it out online. I got hooked, and, well, now I'm here. So, that was about 3 years ago now, I think. So yeah, that's pretty much
right. Go on your favourite manga as well. Well, we might as well. We're not to do anime, but we might as well say manga and.
Yeah, well, to be fair, actually, like I've just said then my favourite anime is Dragon Ball, but what I really meant is my favourite series is Dragon Ball because Dragon Ball is my favourite manga. My favourite anime is probably Cowboy Bebop, which I actually have a review out on my channel, which everyone should go
no
check
plug
out
in here.
Done listening to this. So. Yeah, personally I much prefer the Dragon Ball manga to the anime because, filler and all that business in the anime which you don't get in the manga.
Yeah, Ben, do you want to go next? Just name a few,
What I started watching, like Caleb said, obviously I think everybody grew up watching Pokemon, but obviously that's not my favourite. The first few shows, if I recall, what I watched was GTO, Great Teacher Onizuka, Card Captor Sakura, and then I think it was Full Metal Alchemist, same time as Death Note, and it just grew from there. But those are my nostalgia ones, and like Dragon Ball is to Caleb. I don't really want to say anything about the big three because we'll just get into a heated argument on which one's better. With favourite manga, I was actually quite late to starting with a manga, but I haven't read much so far, but I would say at the moment of what I'm reading, excluding the big three, would be Bakuman. I actually enjoy reading Bakuman. It's great art, great story. So yeah, that's my take.
I guess that leaves me. Well, my top, ever-changing top, basically. But if I had to choose, it would be Hunter x Hunter. I mean, I don't know what people take on the series, to be honest. I think it's kind of underrated. It's the best shown in anime. I mean,
I'll give you that actually. Yeah.
I think it's quite a few shonen animes, but I like. But if we concern more of the jump wise, I won't get too much into it. It's definitely Hunter x Hunter, but you guys know me personally, Ben especially. That my taste changes quite often.
Yeah, very often.
Yeah,
yeah.
But
what's your latest one? Is Evangelion? Isn't
it? I watched that recently, but it's not my favourite. There's definitely faults there people can recognise, but it's not my favourite. But I really like it. But other series such as Bakano, that's definitely one up there. Code Geass has always been up there in my favourites. Both R1 and R2.
I talked you into that one.
Cowboy Bebop, like, it's hard to like rank it on the first judgment. You got to think back. Like, I was like, hey, I enjoyed it, but there's other episodes that I didn't enjoy, so therefore it's not in my top. But like Fate Zero, that's an amazing series. I just absolutely love Fate Zero. Love Steins Gate. Probably a series I'm missing out. Actually, can't remember. That's the top of my head. I don't even know. But as manga goes, definitely Full Metal Alchemist. And that's what I was saying about shonen wise. Like, it's something about Full Metal Alchemist, the manga, that I love way more than the anime. I mean,
it's definitely got sort of more. At the risk of sounding a bit stuck up here, it's got more mature tones than the other shonen stuff, which is probably the reason why it's one of the better ones.
Yeah, I mean, the main reason why I like the manga so much more, not only because like the anime misses out some stuff, but it was my first manga, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like only like 2 manga. Like really, I'm not a big reader of manga anymore. I used to be when I first got into his stuff. But the other one was Black Cat, and I say to people, look, if you watch the anime, you don't know what you're missing out on the manga, because the anime gives it such a bad name.
I'll tell everyone the same thing about Dragon Ball, but no one reads the Dragon Ball manga.
It's just Dragon Ball's something different. Now, Dragon Ball's been on TV, everyone's watched it, and it's too long to go through it again whilst you already, it's a different sort of category. Whereas Black Cat, people watched it, and I only watched it. I'm like, you're missing out so much stuff. Like, I found it hard to watch the Black Cat anime after reading the manga. Whereas Full Metal Alchemist, I loved watching the anime, like both versions, even though I read the manga, so it's different. Like, but I think that I'm missing out on something, one of my favourites. But yeah, I would say like
trying to think now.
Definitely go check out Fate Zero, Bakano, and Code Geass. I mean, Code Geass is
3 that I still need to check out.
I mean, Code Geass. I started watching Code Geass when season 2 was airing. I think that's in 2008. And I just loved it. I mean, I wasn't much of an anime watcher at all back then. But yeah, I mean, like, it's been weird, my top favourite animes, but it's always Code Geass, it's always been there, sort of thing. So definitely go watch it out. Buy it on Blu-ray, it looks amazing. Yeah, I'm just helping out the the retailers. Just
try and promote the industry here.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Sustain the industry, you know what?
Yeah, so on to the next topic, I guess. How did you get into anime?
How did I get into anime? May I start?
Yeah, go on. The same order.
Okay, right. Well, like I said when I was explaining Dragon Ball, it's a bit of an odd one for me, because obviously I watched Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh, like I said, and I was aware that, I'm not sure if it was for Pokemon, but I was aware that Yu-Gi-Oh was from Japan even when I was like 8 or something. And of course you still had all the kids at school telling you they got the brand new cards from China, and you were like, yeah, alright mate, whatever you want. So, I was aware that it was, anime at that point. I'm not sure if I was aware that anime was the term to use, but I knew that for certain. But I didn't really ever get into anime until I was about 13, I believe, yeah. When I just thought, well, like, for some reason, there was something about Dragon Ball that I'd, like, seen it around. I never watched it on TV, but I'd seen the games in the shops. I played a demo of Dragon Ball Origins on DS, I remember once. It was all these sort of little things that sort of added up, and I was like, I should probably sit down and actually watch this. I went with Dragon Ball Z instead of Dragon Ball because that's what everyone seemed to be hyping, obviously, and they still do. Much to my dismay, but that's an entirely different topic. And I just decided to watch it online in all its crappy, 240p glory in widescreen, English dubbed, English music as well. So, probably the worst way I possibly could have watched it, but I still lapped it up and absolutely loved it. And so I watched it all the way through, and then I realised, okay, so that was an anime, that was great. And that was my first gateway anime, and from there it all goes a little bit fuzzy for me, so I can't quite remember what I actually watched next, but I believe it was either Full Metal Alchemist or One Piece. So, a little bit unclear on that, but after that, eventually, I just started watching more and more stuff, and now I'm here. Still haven't watched that much stuff compared to the majority of anime fans, but, that's pretty much it.
Sweet. Yeah, same as goes as Caleb. I'm a little bit fuzzy, but I don't really want to include Pokemon, but I gotta give it credit, because Even back in the day, I didn't really know that hailed from Japan, so to speak. I did watch some other, I was going to say cartoon, I shouldn't say that, some other anime before I even knew it was actually anime. But, you know, after a short while, when Pokemon's, you know, died down kind of thing, that's when I delved into some films, and as you know, I'm a big Studio Ghibli fan. I noticed these films around, and I watched one or two and wanted to watch more, and then I guess I just dived into watching series rather than films. And like Caleb said, it was, you know, I can't exactly remember which one I watched first, but it was definitely around GTO, Cardcaptor Sakura, Neon Genesis Evangelion, one of those. I wouldn't say the one out of them, but the big one was either Death Note or Full Metal at the time. And then I know out of the big three currently was Naruto, I believe I watched first, before Bleach and all that. So yeah, it went from there, slowly getting into it, and but you got to think back when I was watching it, there wasn't many DVDs out, you know. It was quite slow, not like with what we have today with DVD and Blu-ray releases and all that, and there was no such thing as Crunchyroll, you know, so you either watch them on TV or just try and find them online.
Yeah, well, with me, obviously, like everyone else, watched anime on TV, but I think, I don't know, I think I watched a lot more anime on TV than anyone else in this. I don't say in this.
Yeah,
call,
I mean, I think it's Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh for me, and that was the
I mean,
extent.
like I watched a lot, but again, not knowing that it was anime. I mean, I was watching obviously Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Beyblade, but also watching like Flint Time Detective, Monster Hunter, Shinzo, Sailor Moon.
Do you mean Monster Rancher?
Yeah, yes, Monster Rancher. That's the one. Sorry, Monster Hunter's game. Obviously, what else? There was Shinzo, Flint Time Detective. There was something else I can't remember now, but yeah. So I was just watching a load, and like it's.
We got Astro Boy as well, didn't we?
Astro Boy,
yeah.
While. But there's something else I'm forgetting. Obviously, Dragon Ball Z, and GT.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's sort of them like. I don't think I did actually know that they came from Japan. I'm pretty sure I knew they came from Asia, and maybe I'm probably just making this up now. But yeah, obviously I didn't, so I had a bit more. But I think because I remember on like Fridays and Saturdays, just like I stayed up a bit. Well, it wasn't late, but as a kid it was late, and I saw Shinzo on Fox Kids, I think it was, and that looked pretty cool. I didn't know what was going on because I didn't watch every episode, so that's a bit weird. But anyways, as far as me actually getting into anime. Well, around 2007, 2008, probably, I think, around that time. Yeah, around that time, actually 2008, I think more, is that everyone was, I got invited to this Skype call from one of my friends, who I don't speak to anymore, but that's not the point. But this whole group was hyping up this thing called Death Note, and I was like, what's this? And basically, because everyone was hyping up, I was trying looking at another anime series, and I chose Lucky Star.
No.
But it took me half an episode to stop watching that and got bored and gave in to Death Note.
Oh, that's better than most people.
Yeah, I couldn't stand Lucky Star. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's catchy, the opening, but that's about it. Even the opening's a bit weird, but... Yeah, but each to their own. But yeah, so Death Note, I watched that in like 2 days, blasted out. I think the English dub was out then, I think. 2008, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think I remember watching an English dub, so it must be. But yeah, and then sort of it developed from there. I watched the first few episodes of the first Full Metal Alchemist series, because Brotherhood was still airing at that time. But I just stopped the series and read the manga. It was weird. And then I went on to, I think I watched Naruto. Yeah, I tried Bleach. Couldn't get into Bleach. It took me about 3 times to get into Bleach. It took me so many times to get into Bleach. But let's not get onto that, because I'm not a big Free fan anymore. I mean, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, neither am I to that much, you know. I mean, One Piece, I do like my One Piece, but even then, that's only a 8. I
mean, to be fair, I did love Naruto when I was watching it and reading it at the same time. It was like, wow. But, you know, this is, you know, I didn't watch it on TV like everyone else, which is it's a big influence for the big three because they're on TV. But,
well, One Piece was for a little bit, but that's, again, an entirely different story with a certain awful dub.
Like, it still was on TV, you know, that's the thing with Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z is why it's got so much popularity and that. I mean, I could have put like, if TV was more relaxed and put like stuff like Death Note that's easy to watch. I mean, I even lent Death Note recently to my uncle to watch. He hasn't got back to me yet. I don't know if he's watching it yet, but
he's probably keeping it.
Yeah, but yeah, that's. I think that's about it. How I got into anime.
Well, yeah.
I mean, from then I sort of looked at other recommendations like Gurren Lagann. Love Gurren Lagann.
One of my favourite series. It's tied with Cowboy Bebop actually.
And it's one of my. It's in probably my top 10, but low down on the list. But I've watched quite a bit, so. Mm-hmm. But like, okay, how about this other topic? What are you watching? Like, what have you watched? Not necessarily what's coming out this, seasonal, weekly, whatever. But recently, like in the past month or so.
The last 24 hours.
Last month or so. Not...
Currently, when we're recording this podcast, I would say...
Yeah, whenever the podcast will be uploaded.
Well, yes, when this podcast... while we're recording this podcast, I just finished watching One Piece episode 1 to 26 again. Thank you.
Because we finally got that DVD in the UK, thanks to Manga UK.
Yeah, finally got I was just about to say, before Caleb said it. Yeah, thank you, Manga.
Before I rudely interrupted you.
Thank you, Manga UK, for finally bringing One Piece, and I hope it sells well. Same as Dragon Ball Z is selling well here.
Yeah, but it's orange bricks.
Yeah, but it's for all of you Dragon Ball Z fans who wanted it, it took you over 10 years to get here, and even though it's not the best version, but you got it. Maybe
at least we got it, I guess.
Yeah. So anyway, going back, blasted through One Piece. I can't. So much nostalgia going back to actually watching the first few episodes again. I really enjoyed it. I've actually haven't watched much seasonal stuff this week. 2 weeks now going because I've been so busy and I really need to catch up with my seasonal stuff, such as top of my head, I've caught up with One Piece. In New World 1, the last 4 episodes. Just everything you've watched, guys, which is Attack on Titan, obviously. And it's back and forth. Just today, I've actually finally watched my Naruto my latest anyway, the box set which I bought quite a while ago now. Box set 9, I believe it is, which is filler because I never watched the filler when it was aired on Crunchyroll. So I'm going to watch it anyway, so I finished watching the first disc, so I need to move on to the second disc to blast through that. But the last couple of weeks I've actually fallen behind on catching up on stuff, because we've been all busy, and obviously we went to the Anime Expo, so it's been quite hectic with me, but the main highlight was actually watching One Piece all over again.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so shall I go? Yeah, so I'm not watching too much seasonal stuff at the moment. Attack on Titan is the obvious one, that massive hype machine as it is. So I don't know many. I think I only know 1 or 2 people who aren't watching it. So there's that. Obviously, one I've fallen behind on, I know Ben has as well, is Aku no Hana. Which everyone for the first week or 2 was making the fun of the animation, then it seemed to fade away and no one watched it anymore. But to be honest, the plot was getting fairly interesting. So I believe episode 9 is airing soon, and I've only seen the first 4, so there's something to catch up on for both of us. Yeah, in terms of weekly stuff, it isn't seasonal. I'm watching Hunter x Hunter at the moment. I caught up with that recently. Great series, definitely. It's better than all of the big 3, and it's kind of upsetting to see that it's not hasn't got the same amount of popularity, but it's really good. And we just got into the new Chimera Ant arc, which shaping up to be nice, even though they are adding in a little bit filler for some reason, not quite sure why. But Hunter x Hunter's been really good in terms of stuff that I bought. MCM Expo, if you'd seen my video, I picked up Welcome to the NHK on DVD, so I'm about halfway through that now. So 2 discs down, 2 to go, and 12 episodes in, I think. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that so far. About an 8 out of 10 for me at the moment. So just got to finish that really, see what I think of it overall. But it's pretty funny so far. So I'm enjoying it. Also picked up One Piece as well. Haven't had too much time to watch it though. I only saw about 2 episodes on it, and I thought, okay, just a little test. I need to properly sit down and watch it all the way through at some point, which I'll probably do in the summer. At the time of recording this podcast, I've got 2 more weeks of exams, then I've got till September off, so I expect I'll have a lot of anime to watch there. Also picked up Second Star Milos, the Fullmetal Alchemist movie on Blu-ray, so got to watch that, even though I've already seen it. I want to rewatch it in HD, which would be good. And I think that's pretty much it for me. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, basically, I've been going through a lot of anime because I finished my exams. Still got school, but I finished my exams, so it's a bit more relaxed. And so I have the opportunity to go through a lot. I'm just looking through my list now and thinking, what have I watched recently? And I watched Foolie Cooley, FLCL, if you haven't heard of that.
I've seen an episode.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Right. It's I quite enjoyed it. I mean, it was very good.
To summarise, it's robots coming out of a dude's forehead. That's about it, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, that's one. I've been going through, trying to go through classics. I've watched Cowboy Bebop. That was great. On a side note, I watched Kokoro Connect OVAs, which were carry on from the actual series. But that was released ages ago, and I've never got around to doing it until recently. What else I've watched? I watched Wellington HK. I got it actually after Caleb because of my birthday.
Yeah, for your birthday. Yeah. I picked it up MCMX.
It's only a few days
later.
But
yeah.
But I finished all of that, and it was pretty good. I think it was overhyped by a few people who I know. But
I watched Ben's review on it. He gave it a fair thing. But it's amazing. So
I see people giving that a 10 out of 10 sort of thing. Nah, it's not that. One of my favourites that I've watched recently is, of course, Neon Genesis Evangelion. I've watched 2.0 movie, which I bought on Blu-ray, literally a day after, or 2 days after I finished it. And it was weird because it was mostly the same story. Obviously, some parts are different, but I don't know if I enjoyed it as much as I should have because I've already seen it recently. But I did enjoy the series. I'm watching Samurai Champloo. I actually love that series. It's a really good series. It's obviously by Watanabe, who we met at Expo. I met him.
Oh yeah, that was.
Met him 3 times. I met him every day when I went there. I was like, it's that time again. Better go see him.
You used some hacks, didn't you?
I'm pretty sure he got fed up with seeing me at the end by it, but yeah.
He was like, let's go again.
I just need to watch Kids on the Slope when that comes out on Blu-ray.
Yes.
There's one I want to check out, because, I mean, along with Samurai Champloo, I did see one episode of Samurai Champloo.
Seriously.
And I couldn't get into it.
Maybe you won't get into it, because I thought the first episode was amazing. I mean,
I do want to try it, because the premise of it, if someone explained it to me, I would say, that sounds awesome. So, I want to give it another shot at some point.
The main character, Mugen, he's a fucking... He's not a badass, he's just he's a fucking lunatic. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's not your average samurai. Yeah,
well, I mean, I saw him in the first episode. I couldn't get on with him, to be honest.
No, I loved him straight away, to be fair.
I did like Fu, though. She's cool.
She's bonkers, I think.
Yeah,
I'm just going through. I'm thinking, the past month or so, what have I watched? I've been watching Dark and Black a bit. I've watched a few episodes of that.
I have a friend who, I believe, did a blind buy on that, and he thought it was pretty good. So,
yeah, I did a blind buy of that, but that was Expo October 2009, so I've had that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But I've only watched 4 episodes of that. I should really get around doing it. And then when I was going, because I was travelling because of holiday, I started watching Ghost in the Shell. Standalone Complex. I've only watched 4 episodes of that as well. I don't see the hype for it at the moment. But I've asked people when they said around about episode 5 or 6, the next few episodes should get going because that's when the story kicks in. Whereas the first few were sort of just episodic episodes. I was thinking recently Baccano, Fate Zero, all the great series I've watched recently. Chini Bear I watched. I think that's fairly recent. I watched that. And that's
another one I want to check out. On my ever-growing list.
It's just because in this group we're in, there's more of us obviously.
There are more of us.
Who we probably will include in later podcasts, I imagine.
Yeah, but we're the original 3.
Well, I don't know. There was someone else who wanted to be in it, but he wasn't here because But let's get into that. But yeah, I mean, Chini Bear is quite good. I'm just thinking, JoJo Bizarre Adventure. I've watched quite a bit actually recently.
I do love that. I was watching it while it was airing, so
I probably watched at least 10 series in the past few months or so. I've really
I've watched a lot.
I've gone through if you look at my list, I've only got 90. Oh, it's a lot, 90 series, but the way I built up recently. I mean, Black Lagoon. I watched that like quite a few months ago, to be honest. But I love Black Lagoon. Definitely my top 10. Yeah, I even bought it on Blu-ray just because I loved it so much.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what else. GTO. I love GTO.
Yet another one I do want to check out.
I've just
Black
been going.
Lagoon and everything.
I've been basically going through classics. I mean, for my birthday, I offered basically what people say are amazing. I'm probably going to watch The Girl Who Left Through Time next.
Yeah, you got Trigun as well, didn't you?
I haven't got Trigun yet, actually, because
okay.
Amazon... I did ask for it. It's coming at some point. Whenever that'll be, I want to watch Trigun. Trigun looks awesome. Haven't seen any of it yet, so I can't really say that. But for movie-wise, I want to watch The Girl Who Left Through Time, Summer Wars, and Akira. Shoot me, I haven't watched any of them films. But oh well. I also want to get 5 centimeters per second. I just want to get watch more films. I still got Paprika, and what was the other film you bought me? Oh shit!
Laputa.
Laputa. So I keep forgetting the name for some reason. Then
Akira is one of those ones that everyone tells me to watch. I've seen bits of it like on TV, so I actually want to sit down and watch that as well at some point.
Also, it's a bit weird. I've been watching more dub stuff because for 2 reasons. One, because people say some series are better in dub, and
Cowboy Bebop.
Well, I can't say necessarily better. I mean, it depends on your intake. It's just easy to watch as well. I mean, because obviously, if it's original, just a thing in general. I don't really like saying something like, say if someone does a cover of a song, I don't like saying that's better than original. I don't know, it's a weird thing of mine because it's original.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a totally legitimate thing, you know. You just say, well, this is how it was intended to be seen, you know. Just in some fluke things like Cowboy Bebop, but they managed to make it better than the original, and you're like, wow, okay.
I mean, like recently, I like before this, I only watched like about 4 anime in dub. Now I've been watching like Bakuno in dub. I watched Cowboy Bebop in dub. I watched Samurai Champloo. I'm watching in dub at the moment because I heard that's pretty good dub. I mean, it's by
It's odd enough because it's Steve Bloom.
He
Same
both.
Yet again in Shinichiro Watanabe's
that's what I was
anime.
thinking. I was thinking, it's him again. I was like pretty sure it's him when I was listening to it, and when I got back home,
Yeah,
I was like,
Steve Bloom. He's a great voice actor actually. He also does Lee Ron in Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, I should have been getting lazy with my anime watching like dubs. It's just easier sometimes. Like when I was tired. I mean, I've been watching Ghost in the Shell in dub because I heard that's a good dub, and I've been looking like what is good dub. I've been like just going online, looking at people's opinions. I see what.
And then that one guy says Dragon Ball Z, and I have to start a fight with him.
But in most occasions, I do watch it in Japanese audio. I mean, I can't see me watching Gurren Lagann in dub. I know the dub's pretty good, isn't it?
Yes, it's alright. I believe it's ADV. I believe it's the same company who did Cowboy Bebop. So
yeah, I mean, I just like the speech.
It's not as good as that dub.
I do like the Japanese one like a lot. Like I know like Kamina's voice actor. He's pretty in the dub. He's pretty you know.
Oh, Kyler Burr, yeah. Great guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's I don't know, I say, but like in Japanese, like the Simon's speech and everything like that.
Oh yeah, Gurren Lagann is definitely one of those series.
I want to rewatch that. I want it on Blu-ray, but it costs so much money.
Guess who might be getting
that?
I
know, but I'm thinking I could buy it. I could legitimately buy it, but I was thinking that's like almost all my money gone.
I'm gonna do it just because I'm such a huge fan of the series. And you'll see an unboxing on my channel. Everyone subscribe, Nesmud KFC. But I mean, that is if I do get it. I'm hoping if I can do what I can do to get the money I need, then yeah.
I was thinking, like, I've been watching all these classic series that people have been recommending me, like, online, forums I've been looking at. But what are the series that you haven't watched that you should watch in a way, like...
We're going to be here for a month, Jamie.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, no, like, a big one is, like, something huge, like... Not necessarily the big three or anything, but, like...
Well, I've still got a list of stuff I've yet to watch, and I got it ready to watch, but I just haven't watched it because I've been watching seasonal stuff, you know. And those include, well, obviously I bought Code Geass at the MCM Expo, which I need to watch, and that's been put off for quite a number of years since I've actually met Jamie.
About a good 4 years now, I think.
It's more or less the same because I told him to watch GTO, and
I've watched GTO this year. Come on, it's your time to fill out the bargain.
But, you know, 4 years. Just I'm slightly behind, a couple of weeks. That's not a problem. Yu Yu Hakusho. I've been.
That's one I want
to watch. Exactly. I wanted to watch. Well, since I knew it existed, and I've just been putting it off until I heard everybody else who hasn't watched it has watched it by now, so may as well go back and watch the classics. I even delved into a bit of Gundam a couple of months ago. I haven't watched it all, but I don't think I will. I
don't think anyone has watched all of Gundam.
A lot of people actually have.
There are so many
I
series.
love Gundam. But...
Yeah, Gundam's a big series, and I know I'm not going to watch every series of Gundam, but I wouldn't mind checking out the original, because obviously the original series is such an influential to the anime industry because of how, I wouldn't say before then, but Gundam was like one of the first to have an episodic series then, because before that it was just like a story, story per episode, like Cowboy Bebop kind of thing, So yeah, I delved a bit into Gundam, but what else? There's Ronin Kenshin I want to watch.
That's one I wouldn't mind.
I don't know there's quite a lot I wouldn't mind watching, but I've got so much watching right at this moment in time. I don't want to hold them back, because it's just going to build up, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. For me, like I was saying, there are tons. Yu Yu Hakusho is one I'm drawn to because it's early to mid 90s shonen, which seems to be one of my favourite things.
It's by Togashi.
Yes, by Togashi, who did Hunter x Hunter, which is great. So there's that. There is. I said I had a million things, and immediately, of course, I was about to say them out of my head.
Fate Zero, fucking, it's everything.
Fate Zero, back in pretty much everything Jamie watches. Code Geass is a big one because a lot of people really like that.
You need to watch. You need to watch GTO as well.
GTO as well. That's one I really want to watch. Because it's an old shonen type series. Hey, what are you talking about? I showed you Cowboy Bebop. So tons and tons of stuff. Madoka Magica. That's one I want to check out as well.
That's a pretty good series.
What else is there? Trigun, I'm just throwing titles out here that I'm interested in.
Should I say mine, or you can think of...
wait, hold on, Chunibyo, that's one I want to watch.
Yeah, I mean, Chunibyo is not so big. Because
it was a fairly recent seasonal thing, wasn't it? So.
Like in autumn last year.
I think you should go back to watch Evangelion.
Well, yeah, okay, story behind that is, I got to episode 20, and I just stopped. I didn't see the hype. It was a good show. It was an alright show, but I don't understand why people are giving this 11 out of 10.
No, it's a great show. Loved it. I don't know. Maybe because I didn't know about the hype. Well, I kind of did, but I didn't forget about it when I started watching it.
It was I think it is nearly 2 or 3 years since I actually. It's probably about 2 years, a year and a half since I watched it. So
you might start all over again. To be honest, I think you might have a bit of interpretation. But as for me, I can just think of one big, huge series that I haven't watched.
I just remember one. What's that?
Clannad After Story.
Yes. Now we have a little thing for this, don't we? Jamie?
Yeah, we're gonna watch together because me and Caleb have never cried over anything.
We're hard men, and we've never cried at anything fictional. And apparently, this brings even the strongest of men to their knees in tears.
I think it's very weird how we never come across any spoilers for this series as well.
Yeah. So I'm dodging dodging
but it's not even hard. People just don't spoil it for you. It's really weird. I don't understand. Unless it's something that you can't spoil, I don't know how. Mm-hmm. But that is one of the big series. That's the daunting series. It's one of them series that I don't want to watch in a sense because I don't want to have this feeling that I want to cry as well.
Yeah.
I heard the first season's not too bad emotionally. But
how long is that's over 12, correct? 12 episodes?
26, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's what for Clannad.
Because I said if you want that feeling, you should watch the recent one, Anohana.
Well, the other series that had that was Angel Beats, which you should all watch as well. I think Angel Beats is different.
it's one.
Apart from its loophole at the end, it still gives you the feels. But then you look at that, and it's like, it's not really that sad. It's like when you get caught up in all of it, it's sad.
Yeah, saddest moments is Carmina and End of Cowboy Bebop.
Spoilers.
I didn't say what happens.
Yeah, but I think we should
just keep it quiet.
It's kind of implied now with the Cowboy Bebop thing.
Yeah. Anyway.
I think that we could wrap it up here. It's not.
Yeah,
this is
we've
fair enough.
this is good
30
first
odd
podcast.
minutes. But
So yeah,
I think I should like to say about this. So yeah, this is we're gonna have. I think we have few more few people in here and there. I don't really know who yet. Probably the Sly Dragon. If you guys heard of him, I don't know. I haven't heard of him.
No.
I doubt many people will be watching this.
I doubt many people are watching this
as we
full stop.
upload it.
But
I doubt many people will be watching this as we upload it before we upload the second one. But if you are and you want to ask us a question, you can go ahead, shoot us a message on Twitter. We are at anime_united or no at
there'll
united
be an
underscore
annotation
anime.
as well if you really want.
There'll be annotations.
Everything will
Or you
be
go ahead.
everything will be in the description. And if you reached
Yeah.
this far in the video, type in the
Well
type
done.
in the
Well
done, but type in the comment YOLO.
Okay, and also
Yes.
you can
Don't
also
forget the
apart from
hashtag.
tweet us, you can also comment down below. We're really not too fast at the moment, but we are Twitter,
Yeah.
so we have like 5 followers on there or whatever.
And I guess emails as well if you're really high tech 2003.
But yeah, obviously,
you know.
if you like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. We need to know because it's like we need to know if it's
Yeah,
worthwhile.
and if you like one of us over the other, because of course everyone loves me more than these other
I don't
two
think
guys
so.
here, you can go ahead and check out our individual
Yeah,
channels, which will be in the
that too.
recommended channels
I mean,
list.
do you want to explain what you do? I guess might as well.
Yeah, well, I'm doing anime and games content, trying to up the games content a bit recently. Actually, I've just started a Let's Play Super Mario World. It's pretty funny, I think. Not many other people think that. It's because I have a stupid sense of humour. But, you know, it's good, and it's a great game, so you can see me, my stupid commentary playing over the top of it. And, yeah, and, of course, on top of that, I do all the regular stuff, anime reviews, discussion videos, thoughts, topics, and the works. So, if you want to see that sort of stuff from me, then go ahead and check out my channel, NestMudkipZ.
No, you.
No, you.
For me, I'm a hybrid channel, let's just call it that. I do games, anime, stuff, a bit of everything. It's been up and down all these years, I don't even know what to call myself, but if you're into video games, anime, DVDs, I guess collection videos, unboxings, check my channel out.
Yeah, I mean, well, the AG Corner. Well, that's BT87, by the way. Go check out his channel. Don't think he said it.
Thank you.
But anyways, I'm the AG Corner because I don't know. I'm not in the corner anymore. I used to be. When I had all my,
Those were the good days.
when I had all my gear and all my laptop and stuff, I was in the corner. But anyway, it's not the point. I mainly do anime reviews, just that. But recently, I've done random videos like on my phone. I've recorded my anime collection just today, actually, when this is recorded. And yeah, I mostly do anime reviews, so don't expect too much on the side of like, look at this, I got this. But if it's something big, something like Expo, what I got from Expo, I got that. I didn't record anything at Expo because my phone is bad, well, not anymore, bad an iPhone, and that was just like, it was very low in battery life, and I just didn't want to take the risk. So, but maybe next Expo we get some more footage, but expect more of anime reviews, or topics, or something like, or rants, or piss takes out of something. But,
yeah, and you also want to flesh out the G part of that a little bit more, don't you?
I don't know, yeah, but I'm thinking at the moment where it's going, I would have to make another account, but I've got no ideas for gaming wise because I need a capture card, I need to do this, need to do that. But I'm just like, at the moment, I'm just enjoying doing reviews. I mean, I'm writing a script out now. I'm very lazy with writing scripts, but I'm getting more support, I guess. You know, whatever. But yeah, and I just want to say about this podcast, if this podcast seems a bit not so relaxed, the way we're dealing with it, because it's
it's the first
it's
one
hard.
we've done, so,
I never
you
done
know.
a podcast before. It's hard to do. I know I'm sort of not acting how I normally act. Like, you know,
Yeah, we had a couple of failed takes
yeah.
before this.
I mean, I just
They
think
wouldn't
like this is not a Skype call. And normal talks. It's something different. So if you expect something different, if you want something more relaxed, we'll eventually settle in when we record
We'll
stuff.
sell into it. It'll be
Because I'm a bit
fine.
tense at the moment. Just, I don't know why.
You're too tense, sitting there stiffening up
actually
muscles
am.
in front of your computer.
It's like, I just don't want anything to go wrong, like recording wise or big loud noise or something like that comes in. But yeah, also if you're actually still listening, so that's
Yeah, you
all
probably clicked
one
off by now.
person. Hi, mum.
Brilliant.
How about you include some topics where you want like a serious
Yeah,
discussions?
pretty much anything you want us to talk about, throw it down in the comments.
Apart from any big anime,
anime.
because Caleb hasn't watched any. Shots fired.
Except anime, because Caleb doesn't watch anime. Generally, we try to avoid big three stuff. That's.
I mean, we can talk about. We
one of
can
the
have a whole
things, 'cause
podcast on
everyone-
the big three, but I'll eventually get bored of talking about it and die.
Yeah. I already have, and I haven't even watched Naruto or Bleach.
I mean, I enjoyed them when I was younger, obviously, which is what it was. Shonen is for the younger kids, but well, not that young, but teens.
Anyway,
but I'm ranting on there. Another topic.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. Give us your thoughts down in the description. Anything you want us to in the description.
Like, thumbs up this video.
Thumbs up. Send it to other people you think might be interested, and that's about
subscribe,
it. So
as always.
Yes.
Even our own channels, actually.
Yeah. So from Nesmo Kib Z, I shall bid you farewell, and I'll see you all guys next time.
The AG Corner will say sayonara. Okay, well, see ya next time on the podcast.
Ta-ta!